Hello YouTube, I am Damien of Epik Movie Reviews, and continuing on with my Hobbit marathon comes the next installment in the Hobbit trilogy, and it's actually more interesting than the first one, but equally bloated and unnecessary. The Desolation of Smaug. So the Desolation of Smaug was released last year, continuing on with the Hobbit trilogy, and is directed by Peter Jackson. Okay, I'm just going to skip telling you guys the story because you guys know the story already. So let's see if the odds are good. Alright, so the good is that the gang's all back and it's more interesting than An Unexpected Journey, with shortening the runtime, adding interesting characters to the film. Like there's new characters in the film, like Dandro. He was in the first movie, but he didn't get like dialogue or anything. He was just there to stand over the overpass and just tell the dwarves, I'm not going to help you. But there's the Andrew now, there's Legolas, a character that was in the book named Tariel, and Bard the Bowman. Those are like the interesting characters of this book. This movie. They're interesting, more interesting than the dwarves in An Unexpected Journey, or sadly, I can't believe I'm saying this, Galadriel, Elrond, and Saruman. There, I said it. But another good to this movie is Thorin Oakeshield's actually likable. Okay? Like in the first movie I said, or my first review, I said, oh, I'm never gonna like Thorin, the douchebag. But this time he's actually in between being a douchebag and cool. Because he's not yelling at Bilbo saying, oh hey, you don't belong to this journey. He's actually encouraging Bilbo to do this stuff, and well, because Bilbo keeps saving his life every other second. And then there's Bilbo Baggins. As always, I tell you, I love Martin Freeman as Bilbo Baggins. He's the most relatable character in the movie. But oh my god, there's just one scene where they're all captured by spiders and Bilbo has to save everyone. So his ring falls off and the spider's about to put it on. Bilbo just starts slaughtering the guy. Then he picks up the ring. He's like, mine. I was like, oh my gosh, this is scary. But another flaw to Bilbo in this movie that, well, he just doesn't feel like he's useful in the movie, other than saving Thorin and, talking to Smaug. He gave me Arkenstone. Other than that, like most of the time, whenever Bilbo would ask a question to Thorin never answers the question. The scene just moves on. Okay. Or he would answer him, but you just really don't know if he's talking to him or someone else. But Gandalf in the movie, he's there on his own side quest. He has to find the evil that we already know who it is. It's Sauron. Get over it, people. The Necromancer is Sauron. But yeah, we have to watch Gandalf figure that one out for himself. And there's the extended edition, which really ruined that scene for me. Another good is that the visuals are way better than the last one. Like, I remember at the end of the last film, when we see Smaug reveal, I just kept saying to myself, that's fake, that's fake. And they cleaned that up in this movie, and I actually like that CGI. And the final good of the movie is Smaug the Dragon. Like Smaug the Dragon in this movie, oh my gosh! Benedict Cumberbatch. That's how I describe. That's how I describe Smaug. Cumberbatch. I think we have a new rating on my scoreboard. It's now big hot pile of crap. A decent, enjoyable movie. Cumberbatch, and then legendary. Because Benedict Cumberbatch was in 2 movies last year, and he was awesome in both of them. And it's so cool to see Benedict Cumberbatch as the dragon, because when him and Bilbo are just like talking to each other, instead of killing Bilbo right there, he's just like scaring him and Bilbo and stuff, and he's just like questioning him and like saying, oh hey, Thorin's gonna kill you, that's why I'm sitting here protecting the Arkenstone. We're all gonna die if Thorin gets the Arkenstone. I like that scene. That's like, and it's also one of the best action scenes, because when Thorin comes in and they're all trying to escape or kill Smaug, either one, but mostly kill Smaug, Well, at the beginning they were trying to escape, but he, yeah, he, Smaug is just there, like, he's too fat. He can't get these dwarfs. But before that, that action scene was awesome. It was like that scene in Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, where Sherlock and Moriarty are having their final battle. Not the one before they go to the Mind Palace, but they're just talking to each other saying, I did this, but I did that. I did this, I did that. I did this, I did that. I did this, I did that. Now onto the bad, because we pretty much went over the good of the film. Great action, great visuals. Smaug's awesome. Oh wait, I didn't talk about action. Well, it's good. I told you that. Major improvement. Great characters, more interesting. Now onto the bad. The movie's main problem is that it suffers from the Hobbit prequeling. Like, you know, the overlong runtime. But this one's actually 2 hours and 40 minutes, so not that overlong. Too many subplots, unfocused on who we're supposed to care more about, Thorn or Bilbo, and so on. Whatever you guys think. Oh, and also the fact that we have to wait over like a movie and a half, 2 movies and a half, just to get to the dragon. Tariel now. I just want to talk about Tariel. She's played by Evangeline Lilly. She was never in the book or any Lord of the Rings. She was a made-up character. And why was she made up? So we could have a love triangle between Legolas and dwarf. I can't tell his name. Number 1, 2, 3. I think it's Killy. Okay, that's all Tariel is in this movie. If Killy or Philly, whatever, wasn't there, Tariel wouldn't be here either. Because the only reason why she's a Killen, like Legolas is a Killen, is because she wants Philly or Killy or whatever. I don't know. But no, it just doesn't feel right. This is The Hobbit. When did Twilight come into this? Like Twilight. You see it? I have 2 of these now. I just put a love triangle out of it. But that's all she's in the movie. She can kick ass, but she just is a wasted element just so we can have a love triangle. That is the only reason why she's in the movie. And another flaw in the movie is that it's an abrupt ending. Like, after Smaug says the most baddest lines, or the baddest of the assiest lines in the movie ends. Just right there. And it ends. And you're just sitting there like, what just happened? Like, when I went to go see this movie, when that part happened, everyone in the theater just gasped. This is the first time I ever heard the audience gasp since Fast 6. Hipsters. But when I was surprised too. I'm like, why? I want to see this. I gotta wait a year, don't I? But in the final verdict, in the end, The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug is more interesting than the first film. Thorn's actually likable. It's great action, great visuals. I think I just said more interesting characters, but whatever. But also suffers from the Lord of the Rings prequel problems. Tariel wouldn't exist without the fact of Killy being there. Philly, I don't care. And it's abrupt ending. And that's why The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug gets